Hello, my name is Muhammad al-Dosri, and this is a story of the raven. Once there was a queen who had a little daughter. The daughter was crying constantly, and the queen grew impatient. She saw a group of ravens through the window. Then she opened the window and said to her daughter, "I wish you were a raven and you would fly away so I could finally get some rest." And immediately after she said that, her daughter changed into a raven and flew to the dark forest. The parents never heard from their daughter again. One day a man was walking through the forest and he heard cries of the ravens. And he followed her voice until he came near to the raven, and the raven said, "I am a king's daughter by birth, and I am bewitched. I wish for you to set me free." The man said, "What can I do?" She said, "Go further through the forest. There you will find a house, and in the house there's a woman, an old woman that will offer you drinks and food, but you must take none of it, because if you did, you will fall asleep. Behind the house there's a great heap of tan. There you will wait for me. Every day at afternoon at 2 o'clock I will come, and if you are asleep, you cannot set me free. And the first day I will come with 4 white horses, and the second day 4 chestnut horses, and the third day I will come with 4 black horses." The man promised to do as she said, and she said, "I already know you'll not deliver me." The man promised again that he will do whatever she said. So the man went through the forest till he reached the house. There the old woman offered him food and drink. He tried to resist, but the old woman persuaded him to drink from the glass. And in the afternoon, the raven reached the place they promised to meet, and he was asleep. She tried to wake him, but no luck. The other day, the same thing happened. The man tried to resist, but the old woman convinced him, and he was asleep again. The third day, when she came and he was asleep, she laid aloof near him, and a piece of meat and a bottle of wine. And she took a ring from her finger. Her name was graven on it. She put it in his finger, and she wrote a letter telling him what she given him, that the food he can eat from it and it will never grow less. And if he still wished to set her free, he must go to the golden castle of Stoneberg. The man woke up, read what she wrote, ate and drank as much as he can, and then he went trying to go to the golden castle of Stoneberg. But the problem is he didn't know where it is. He walked and walked until he reached a house that seemed very small. But there was a great giant. And when the giant saw him, the giant said, "I didn't eat for a while, and now I must eat you." The man said, "If you don't eat me, I will give you food and drink that will never grow less. But you must tell me where the golden castle of Stoneberg is." And after the giant ate to his heart's content, he looked through his maps, couldn't find it. When the man tried to leave, he said, "Wait for my brother. He might know where it is." So when his brother in a few days came to the house, the same deal was made. He will eat and drink as much as he like, and then he will tell him where the Stoneberg is. So they looked through their maps until they found it, but it was far, far away. So the giant took him walked him for 2 hours, and the man continued the rest of the way alone. He walked day and night until he reached the golden castle of Stoneberg. The castle stood on the gold glass mountain, and the maiden was going through the castle with her carriage every day. The man tried to climb up to her but couldn't. So he built a hut down the mountain and waited for a whole year, and every day the girl in her carriage will go through the castle, and the man couldn't reach her. So one day the man heard 3 thieves fighting, and he cried, "God be with you." They stopped and looked around. Nobody was there. He did that 2 more times. Then he asked them, "Why are you guys fighting?" One man said, "I found a stick that will open any door." The other man said, I found a mount that if you rode in it, you can ride everywhere. And the other guy said, I have a mantle that if you put it, you will be hidden from everyone. But they don't know if they should. One of them used this 3 items, or they should divide it between them. The man said, I will give you guys something in exchange for those items. Money I don't have, but I have something more valuable. But first, I need to try those things in order to make sure you guys are telling the truth. So they gave him the stick. They made him ride in the horse, and they put the mantle on him. Then they couldn't see him anymore. Then he beat them and said, this is what you guys deserve. And he rode to the golden castle of Stoneberg and found a door, opened it with a stick, and found the maiden, threw the ring on her so she could recognize him, and then carried her in his arms and flew away. And the raven said, now he set me free, and tomorrow we will have our wedding. And that was the end.